All right, welcome back. This is my Five Pentacles again with another pick a deck video. I guess if you already know, you can pick deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3. Perhaps you're picking it because you have a question about the first house or you just want to pick it by the number. Perhaps it's because this has a Virgo symbol. You're a Virgo, or you have a question about a Virgo, or you're dating a Virgo. Maybe you're picking deck 2 because it has the Mars symbol and you are that kind of a fiery personality, or your question has to do with something burning like that. Maybe you're picking deck 3 because you're a Cancer, or because you have a question about the third house, people in your local neighborhood and your surroundings and short travels. Or you can also pick it based off of what the deck looks like, what color scheme you like, whatever you'd like, whatever you feel. The dice are going to be rolled anyway, so even if you're a different thing, it doesn't matter because this is going to be something else anyway. Maybe you want to pick based off of the card at the bottom of the deck, so I will show you. This has the Four of Wands, deck 1. Deck 2 is going to have the Four of Pentacles. So perhaps you have switched now because you are asking about something with the Four of Pentacles. And deck 3 has the Three of Cups. So maybe you wanted to switch to deck 3 because the Three of Cups is about something that you feel attached to. Anyway, we'll get right started with deck 1. Here we are. Here's the dice. Okay, so they did stay on Virgo, Mars, and this is the 9th house in Sagittarius. So you may be, let's see if we can kind of make this so you can see a little bit of what I'm dealing. You may have something of a spiritual question. You may really be a Virgo because that dice stayed on Virgo and it's right in the center, right in the sun there. Maybe Virgo is very important to you, and that's why it's in your sun today. Oh, we got 2 cards there already. We'll leave those and those. Okay. So quite simply, here we have the 9th house is going to be about spiritual things or long journeys. The Knight of Coins and the Emperor. So it looks like in your spiritual questions, there's someone being a little stubborn. It could be your father figure or the man of your house, the man of the household, so your husband. Or if you're the man, then you may be the one that's being a little stubborn, a little sluggish. Maybe that trip, if this is not so much about spiritual, but more about the aspect of long distance travel, that trip you need to take that you're not wanting to take, that you're not planning. Something that needs to be started getting a go on there. The man of the house needs to be the initiator. Apparently it's not happening. Sagittarius being a fiery sign that can get going, right? Sagittarius is an initiator. He's a traveler. He's an adventurer. So this may be what this is about for you. Then we have Mars. Mars is going to be here in Pisces. And we have the House of God and the Five of Wands. So the House of God wants me to believe again that the 9 may be a little bit more of a spiritual question. Because here we are being pushed out of the tower, right? We're being pushed out into a conflict that will teach us lessons that can strengthen us if we let it. Okay, so we are being pushed in that direction, it seems. So fire again with Mars being a planet of action, a planet of manly, fiery energy. Let's just put it that way, okay? Then right in the center, though, we have the Virgo on your mind. This dice was also a Virgo on the deck, right? And it stayed Virgo, and it's right there, right on the center of your sun, or right on the forehead of the sun, the thought process. So there we have the Four of Coins and the Ace of Wands. So here it leads me to believe that you are missing something behind you, something that could be creeping up, and the money matters. With Virgo being in the ground, well, ground is kind of the earth types, right? Ground type sounds more like a Pokemon, doesn't it? So earth symbol. That's Four of Coins. You should be good with money, but you may have been saving it up for a rainy day, and this may be the time to spend that on what this is. Possibly on that trip that you need to take, right? You've saved it up. Now, instead of sitting on it, you need to go and spend it to have a good time. Initiation. Ace of fire, right? Initiate that process. Get going on having a good time. Be that Sagittarius, that energy. Go take that trip. Take your family to go have fun. Because this is always the symbol of you sit on all that money until it's too late to spend it. You can't spend it in the next life, right? All the money you got here is only to be spent here. You can't take it with you. So there it is. That's my reading for you. You know, let's do a 3 card for kind of an outcome, okay? So we'll do consideration, okay? Situation, consideration, and outcome, just because I feel this is about spending your money to have a good time to travel. So situation, justice. Consideration, 10 of coins. See, there you go, your family. And the outcome with the moon, it is a dream. The outcome is not yet clarified, right? It's like still in your subconscious. It's still in your head. But we can see with the justice that it's a good idea. It's a fair idea. You've balanced it out. You can do it. You might as well do it. You bring that thought process going with that sword, and consideration is your family. Consider what they would want to do, right? Have a good time with them. Enjoy spending the money that you have saved up for this. That's what it's there for. I hope you enjoyed that first one. If you picked deck 2, we're about to get there. So you might as well start thinking about your question for deck 2. Hopefully it comes through to me and I can help. If you like a personal reading, which I always prefer to do for people, you just have to contact me. We can talk about how we can go about doing that. If you're in Utah, we can also do it personally. And if not, uh-oh. I just dropped the dice. This is going to take a second. If not, we can make a video and send it to you. Okay, there we go. Okay. So that's interesting. That green dice really got away from me. We'll see what it says now that I caught it. It's the green one that really tried to get away here, so. Balance with Libra, the 4, family, and Uranus. Okay, so we'll see what that says about us. Oops, don't want to hold it upside down. That would be bad. That's so loud. Just turn that off. Okay, here we are. For the second house. Or I mean the second deck. Okay. We've already got some connecting cards here, so that's nice. So in Taurus, Uranus, and funny enough, in our planetary energies, Uranus is actually in Taurus right now in the skies. So this is going to be an energy of enlightenment. So this is actually planetary energy that is coming on you, right? Knight of Wands and the Tower. So The tower once again signifying that this is planetary. This is an energy movement that's just coming towards you. It's weighing on you. This is where it's coming from. So enlightenment is kind of the idea of Uranus. We have here the Knight of Wands, and we can see that he is flying up, really feeling the enlightenment in the air with those energies coming out of these holes, either as fire spires or possibly even trees, right? Kind of like trees without branches, just the vine coming up like that. But in either way, it's a uprising, and you can see how he's jumping up. He's not really jumping, he's just kind of floating up, I would say, personally. So it seems this Knight of Wands is bringing a little bit of enlightenment in a way of the knight, the way he moves, the way he's fiery, the way he's passionate. He's a double fire symbol. So it's like a lot of energy coming up for you. I feel like this is again a fire reading, just like the last one had a lot of fire energy in the reading. This tower moment in Taurus. Taurus being though a grounded and a good with money type of energy. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that. More so than that the fact that Uranus is just placed in Taurus right now. And it's a tower moment. It's Knight of Wands. Here we have the 4 for family. And that seemed to be right there between Leo and Cancer. So Leo, very fiery again. Cancer, emotional, sometimes having to do with a mother relationship. Here we have the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So a ton of fire energy with the 10. We do spy the little guy that we usually see. He's carrying all those wands to somewhere to completion, right? He's carrying it through this beautiful, luscious forest. Then we have the Queen of Swords. So she is a caring and loving queen, but more so acting on in this one, she's kind of silencing this gigantuous goose or swan, whatever it's supposed to be. She's very much a silencer as far as she can outwit. She can argue quite well, right? She can bring her point across and show how your point is wrong. So that could be something here to see with the 4. It's a queen, and Cancer is family, is a motherly energy. So possibly a mother figure here. Either you're the woman, you're the mother, or someone who is a mother-like figure to you, or even actually is just your mother. Her helping you with this fiery passion, in a way, bringing something to a close, right? Carrying all those wands to their final destination. Oops. Now here, like I said, we had connectors, the 9 of Wands, and we'll show you how this is beautiful in this deck. That 9 of Wands connects to the next card, the 10 of Wands. So now we can kind of see the whole thing, right? And we have the Moon. The Moon right there. We've got the Libra balance scales. Libra is an air sign also. So it does like balance. It does like communications. The Moon is a little bit of a hidden secret, a still unrealized kind of thought process. But it's in your center. It's right on the tips of the sun here, right on your chin. With the communication on the chin, it's still saying this is going to come out. And it needs to, right? It needs to be talked about. That's why we have this tower with Uranus. It's enlightenment that's going to come only by talking it out. And so here we see the 9 of Wands. He's a little bit overcome by all these flowers. He seems a little lost, almost like he's leaning against that tree for a rest. Okay? Time to take a breath, talk it out, have a conversation, bring the things out to the light and the moonlight. With family, it seems, with a mother figure. Talk it out, communicate. Okay? To finish off this reading, that seems to be what needs to happen, but we always like to maybe have a a finisher, right? A kind of a like, what's the outcome gonna be? So for this one, let's do accept, embrace, let go. Or actually, you know what? I'm feeling inspired right now. I think we're going to cut the deck and do a past, present, future, because this is family and this is a mother figure. This is something that needs to be talked out. So it might be interesting to know, what is the past, how has it gone now, and the future, the outcome. Okay, so the past, we have the Emperor, which is the provider, the father figure. Then in the present, Queen of Pentacles. So again, a woman of giving, a caring woman, but the Queen of Pentacles being grounded. But she is giving. She gives what someone needs. She has food on the table for those she cares about, right? So this is probably the same womanly mother figure from that number 4 dice right now. Really caring, really taking the time to show that she cares, right? Maybe from the past with the Emperor, is that a father that isn't around or that was the provider and has now gone to the past? And the outcome here with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is you can see a little bit of a ruckus, a tussle, but it's also communication, right? The way they're working with each other or fighting with each other, it is bringing out an outcome, right? They're in action, they're doing it. And this is a card of learning from those things. It's a strengthening each other, right? You compete in sports to also gauge your strength against others, right? And you're becoming stronger by pushing yourself. So it looks like it's going to be a strengthening moment, a strengthening experience for you. All right. So here we are ready for the third and final for this one. I wonder if this is just another fire signs again, or if the third one will give us a different feeling, because it can of course also just be for a different sign that's in their fire energy today when they're seeing this, right? That of course is not to be forgotten. But I can't see that from my side of the lens, so I can only speculate. You guys have to make your own decision on what you're feeling. Oh, these dice are getting away from me today. Okay, here we are. And third one. With this deck number 3, these are the dice. Oh, gee, oops. That one wanted to fly off the table. Okay, so we have Pluto, the furthest planet, and this dice wanted to fly off the table the furthest, and it's kind of farthest out of this circle. So family here, kind of off on the sidelines. And we got a Taurus and Capricorn. So that's giving me money vibes. Like materialistic vibes, if I'll be honest. But we'll see, right? I like to start off with the furthest dice, so let's see what this number 4 has for us. Yeah, okay, we got movement, world, Pluto. Well, there we go. Okay, so family. Chariot is movement, right? He's got that backing there, kind of a veil of stars and sky, a little bit of mystery. And then we have the world, turning of the seasons, changing from start to finish and from finishing to starting. This is in your 4, your family, which has to do with Aries. Aries is strong-headed, right? He can get done what he needs to do, but sometimes he's got to butt through some other people to do it. And he's not minding that, right? He'll do it. He's fine with that. So that being with the 4, the family, and of course with the movement card here, going from illusions to reality, or sometimes needing to go towards the family or going away from the family in this case, because the family is the furthest dice. That family was flying off the table. This is the dice that was flying off the table. I had to recast it. So there with the world, it can be a season, right? It's like you need a break from them. You need to go away for a while. You need to get just a your own will for right now, okay? Here we see with Pluto. Pluto is a planet of transformations, also known as the planet of death, which here being the death card, I can see how that may be important today in this reading. It is in Cancer, so lots of emotion. Of course, it can be motherly vibes, like I just said in the other reading. Relationship to a mother having a death in the family, right? Because of the family card over here, or the family dice, I mean, over here. Is there a death in the family, or is there just a lot of change going on because of that world card with this death card over here? The Fool is kind of a having to weigh things out, right? You're at the beginning of something. And with the death being a card of new beginnings, I feel like this has something to do with that. New beginning. The dog is trying to tell you something. He's trying to say, watch out for what you are jumping into. It's okay to jump into things, but you have to be aware of what it is you're jumping into. Because you may be walking into death. Maybe not for yourself, but into the situation of grieving, taking time to feel those feelings with this being in Cancer, right? Those feelings open. Here we have Taurus, and Taurus in Capricorn, so it's double Earth. The Wheel of Fortune can be a card of luck and confidence, fortune. So it's got 4 different signs, 4 different energies, right? All 4 energies. And then with the High Priestess is the one that always gets extra cards from me. She's got extra wisdom for us. Excuse me. Gee, I don't know what that was. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. Okay, so with this, I'd say very guarded, very swiftly. Lots of fire, but this guy has been through something, right? He's seen some things, and he's coming quick at someone that is not so experienced, okay? He's ready for him. He's looking at him. His stance seems ready to defend and fight. He's not even looking at him. He's not worried about it because he has seen everything that this guy is thinking he's anticipating, and everything that this guy doesn't even know to anticipate, right? It's just the teacher is kind of laughing at how the youngin is like, I just learned everything there is to know because my professor told me so. And he's like, well, I'm going to come at you quick. Let's see if you know really everything already at that age, you know. I thought that too at that age, and now I am, the wiser. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Someone that's able to tell you something. Maybe even help in this grieving process. Maybe even helping you out with what other family issues there may be where you're running away from the family for a season. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's see 2 more cards for this person as a clarifier. And we have the Star of Hope and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so really is very much a good, hopeful figure. Could be Aquarius because this is Aquarius, but Queen of Pentacles here with the Earth signs, which we're feeling more, right? Because it was literally here Taurus and Capricorn from her. So probably an Earth sign, someone down to earth, good with money, very caring, takes care of the people around her, has food at the table if you're willing to sit down. a good, hopeful figure. She's going to pour some hope out on this grieving situation. So that's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you take it to heart. I hope you'll leave a like, comment, subscribe, whichever, one or the other or all three, whatever you feel like. It's not, I'm not going to force anything. Obviously, I can't, but I wouldn't. But I do like hearing if something helped and you can talk to me. We can do more readings, figure out more. Yeah, I just like hearing it. So thank you for watching and I'll see you.